Actually, I was saying on social media, there's been a couple of people who have been talking about cheating. Well, let's have a very frank conversation about this. Teresa Rafe Asante is a family life enthusiast and marriage counselor. She has joined myself and Reverend Frimpong. You're welcome, lady and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Since I was already chatting with Reverend Frimpong, let me start with you, Mrs. Asante. Yeah, talking about cheating, in your line of work, would you say that, how would you answer the question that the gentleman?
Thank you very much.
Right.
I didn't get to have, what's the name?
Gifty.
Gifty, thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here. Should I answer this question straight on?
I mean, just to find out the sorts of cases that, and I know a lot of people come to you.
The statistics say that 63% of men have cheated before, they are still cheating.
63%.
39% of married, I mean, this is about married people, have either cheated once or they are still cheating. So comparably, you can tell who is cheating the most.
So
you see,
one
person said that it takes a lot of courage as a woman to cheat, and that is so true. As our socialization orientation over the years has been that for a woman, you know, when you're growing up as a woman, a lot of things you are told, do that, do this, and so a lot of things are drummed into your ears. You are made to know that it is for your husband and for your husband. But men are allowed a lot of opportunities to do things, yes. And so seriously, it is not, I am not talking for the women, but that is the truth of the matter.
That is the truth. In your line of work, and I don't know, do you do any counseling, like special counseling?
Yes,
for,
I do.
Sessions,
I do.
You do?
Yes.
And in that line, how many, what would you say in terms of who cheats most, men or women? Would you agree with what Mr. Asante said?
I think I should agree. I mean, because if you look at even the statistics she gave, men tend to cheat more than women, even though you have women cheating as well. Yes, but the truth is that men, I mean, because even growing up, I mean, they will tell you that, oh, as for man, he's a man.
So are there any vital signs that could help you know that your partner is cheating?
Quite a lot.
Of course.
Okay, let me start with you again.
To begin with, you know, marriage is centered around needs. So you bring in somebody, you marry someone basically because there's something that needs to be done. You need help in many areas of your life, both of us. And so you marry your husband marries you, and you're supposed to be doing a lot of things together. Quite a number of the people I have dealt with over the years, both ways, men and women, are saying that I am cheating basically because there is financial difficulty. Some of them are blaming it on economics, on finance. Some of them are saying that my husband is not. Either way.
And I guess this will be war of the women.
Both ways. I have met a lot of men who are marrying women because they are rich. In fact, I have met a lot of gigolos in recent time, young men who are dating. Gigolo? That is what I'm talking about. Young men who are seeing older women because they are taking care of them. It is all over the place. And other people are cheating because they think that the other person is not doing too well in terms of our bedroom bedmatics, you understand. And so many other people are saying that other people are even cheating because they feel that they are just taking revenge on the other person. I have met people who said that my husband is sleeping with my house help. I know so well I won't complain. I am also sleeping with my husband's brother, and that is enough revenge. You can't imagine. Other people are cheating because sometimes people go like, oh, this lady is 45, you are 32, and they'll tell you,
all the nice things.
Age is only a number.
Matter.
I keep telling people, age is not a number. You know, you can never cheat on nature. At 45, as I see there, I'm 51 already. And if I happen to be with a 35-year-old, I am in menopause already. You see, menopause naturally gets you frigid as a woman. Most women have high libido at menopause. A lot of women have very low libido at menopause. And so if you have a young boyfriend or husband who is now 40 and you are 52 or 53 already, can you imagine? I mean, look, the gap is huge.
Right.
And so there are quite a number. Even some people are just cheating because friends they find themselves in a community of friends who are doing it, and then they pressure them.
Fashionable. And they become, let me bring you, Reverend Frimpong, in this. I was trying to, head towards the vital signs, so that for our viewers to know, for example, if you're with your husband, what is it that should begin to make you feel that he's perhaps, yes, cheating?
Okay, I think that basically you can look at the passion. When the passion of the man in the marriage is going down. The man goes out on conventional times of coming at home. He's hiding his phones from you. I mean, before the phones were.
Well, what if you already started on a no phone touching basis? So people have those rules in their relationships. You don't touch my phone, I don't touch your phone. So what about that?
No, we are looking at reasons why or signs by which you can discover that either party is cheating. Right. Is that also? Yes. So not just the man, but the woman is also cheating. Yeah. Is that also? Okay, so when the passion in the marriage goes down, I mean, the man goes out, you know that, okay, when you got married, the first 5 years, your husband comes home just after work. Your husband calls you, okay, I'm in traffic. There's a lot of traffic on the way. I'm on the way coming. It gets to a time, he's not calling. You call, he won't pick. I mean, he closes, he doesn't come. He's associating with a lot of friends. All of a sudden, your husband has become a party type, goes out with friends. These are signs and indication that you should be able to tell that something is wrong. I mean, if you discover it early, you should be in the place of raising a discussion so that it can be solved. But both parties in the marriage should be very observant.
But you see, there are times that your husband has really, your wife, your partner has really become distant, not because they are cheating, but maybe there are other things happening in the marriage.
One thing leads to the other. One is keeping the distance. Then there should be a challenge in the relationship, because the two of them are supposed to bond. Okay. I mean, we say that communication is what fuels relationship. Once communication is on, no matter the challenges in the marriage, the challenges in the marriage can definitely be solved. Okay. And so once there is a distance, then it means that the issues that is creating the distance is not being addressed.
Okay. It is interesting, you know, Gifty, that most often women cheat, and it is so difficult to find out women who are cheating. Sometimes they can cheat into 5 to 10 years. But for women, you know what we have? You are able quickly enough to be able to tell if your husband is cheating. It shouldn't take, it shouldn't take too long. In fact, if you live together and it is taking 6 months, 1 year for you to notice that your husband is cheating, both of you, there's something wrong. Absolutely.
But that's very unfair to men.
But that is the truth.
Because of the nature of women.
So we are very, very inquisitive. We have.
So what should a man do? What should a man do if you want to? If you need to find out that your spouse is cheating on you.
Your lady is cheating?
Yes, because you just said that it's very difficult for a man to detect if it's a woman cheating, because women can hide things so well. How do you find out if you're a man?
Is it the man?
Yes.
You can always find out.
How?
You can always find one of the.
So help us with some clues so they can.
For a man to realize that his wife is cheating, one of them is that this woman, you know, you are a beautiful girl, yes. And,
oh my God, it's okay.
That's all right, no problem. Okay. And you know, when most women begin to cheat, one of the things, apart from the fact that they want to take care of their person for themselves. So they want
to look extra good.
They are looking extra, unnecessarily extra good. She's spending 5 hours before the mirror, and I'm like, whoa, what's happening? Your wife is already a little plus, and then now she's going to the gym seriously. The reason is not because she is doing it for medical purposes or to be strong physically.
And you have not complained about it either.
And you see, and what is it? I mean, everything, when she's going out to work, everything, she wants to be prim and proper. Everything is in place. Once in a while, it is cause for concern.
Cause for concern. Maybe the man could give us a bit more details.
Because my wife is not cheating.
No. But I'm sure you've heard stories.
With respect to women cheating.
Yes.
Too many of them.
I mean, quite a number of them. I mean, the man found out through the woman's phone.
Let me quickly interrupt you so I can announce our phone lines. We want people to call. Let's find out if you can get any help from our counselors here. 030-2211-691. It's 030-2211-691. Or you can also call 030-2211-692. Those are the numbers on the screen. Give us a call. Let's know. Do you suspect your spouse is cheating? Let's see if perhaps you can get some counseling here that could help. Right. Please, you go ahead with your point.
Yes, I'm saying that the example I had was that the man saw it on the wife's phone. I mean, that was what happened. I mean, he chanced on the wife's phone, got the information, and then it came to my attention, and we had to solve it the scriptural way.
Yes.
Because I believe that, you know, no matter what anybody does, there's a place of forgiveness. And once we spoke and we took them through the counseling, their marriage is restored and they are doing well.
Okay, I reserve my comments. But let me read for you some of the chilling confessions that has been going on social media.
Yeah.
There's one of them here on my Joy Online. It says, this is the fifth one. It says, mine began after my first pregnancy. The gynecologist who touched me during my pregnancy touched a nerve in me that, quote, did me something I had never felt with my husband before. She says, orgasm. The doctor realized I loved the way he had touched me. There was a nurse in his consulting room, but she did not see what was going on. A week to my due date, my husband had traveled to work outside Accra, and I needed to be touched. So I feel that, I think he's trying to say, I felt that feeling I felt in the consulting room. I had the doctor's mobile number, so he came over to check on me. He made passionate love to me in my husband's house every time he closed from work till I gave birth. I will be 3 years in marriage this year. Let me start with you, Reverend Frimpong.
I mean, I think that for the wife, we spoke about communication. I mean, you said that the doctor touched a nerve. So why don't you tell your husband
which nerve to touch?
This is where I want you to touch. So
maybe she didn't know. I mean, she hadn't even realized it.
Married couples sometimes do not explore the bodies of each other. It is so important that if we are getting married, at a point, as we keep making love and doing things, you are exploring each other's body. So you hit a chord and the person says,
I love this.
That's it. And so you should be hitting those chords. And when it's going off, bring him back. This is the difficulty we have in marriages. We are not talking.
Let me just hold you on briefly. Barnes is calling us from Hohoi. Hello, Barnes. Barnes, good evening. Thank you. Good. Is it evening? Yes. Thank you very much for your call. Have you cheated in your relationship?
No, please.
Oh wow, no, good. Do you have any questions for the counselors here? Okay. Is it good to do what? Barnes, there's a lot of noise in your background. What do you want to ask again?
If your wife or your fiancé wants to cheat on you,
is it good to forgive them when they cheat on you?
Yes.
Okay, we'll answer that question. Thank you very much, Barnes, for your call. Please stay tuned and listen to the answer. I have Ajwa on the line as well. Hello, Ajwa.
Hello, good evening.
Ajwa, do you suspect him?
No, but this really happened to a friend of mine. She is 35, and then she started cheating with a guy who is just 22 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so she said, like, she doesn't like anything from the husband. The husband gives her good sex, and not that the young guy is doing anything extraordinary for him, but it just happens. So in such a case, what will the person do?
Okay, Ajwa, please stay tuned. We'll let our counselors answer this. And let me start with you once again, Reverend Frimpong. The husband gives her everything. They're happily married. They're together. They're enjoying their marriage. But she's cheating on the husband with a younger guy. Could there be a more spiritual explanation to this?
I think it's a character deficiency.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a character deficiency. I mean, you don't over spiritualize things. You are married. There are principles that guides marriage, and you should be able to discipline yourself to remain in the marriage. That is why communication in marriage is very important. You talk about everything, absolutely everything. So your husband is giving you everything you want, and you are still going behind your husband.
Okay.
It's a character challenge.
Character challenge. I have 2 callers, but let me.
Two things
Yes,
quickly. Dr. Tabel said something someday. He said that in the Christian community we have a lot of wisdom problems than demon problems. It is easy these days to find one demon and put a problem on him. So every one of us, especially Christians, have become so irresponsible. I look at this. I feel that the lady needs something more. There's no friendship in the union. They only have a marriage. They don't have friendship.
So in this case, what should she do? She should try and reach out to her husband a bit more.
Absolutely. So let's begin to build friendship. You know, we have the marriage. Yes, that is whatever. But apart from the marriage, we should have friendship. Where you are my friend. What do friends do? We chit chat. We gossip. We go out. In fact, if you are the people who go to how do you call it? Where they dance.
Club.
Go club. I mean, that is friendship. You hang out together. But in marriages, sometimes it is so formal, such that sometimes it is some way.
No excitement. Okay. Now, someone was asking whether it's okay to forgive the guy who called first, but I think the answer is pretty straight. I think the answer is pretty straightforward. So Adjoa, if you're listening, advise your friend to start building a friendship, a sort of friendship with the husband again.
Or if the friend is in a church, she can talk to the pastor.
Talk to the pastor.
Or see a professional marriage counselor for assistance.
Okay. Ruby from Cape Coast is on the line. Ruby, do you suspect him? Ruby, can you turn down the volume on your set?
Okay.
Right. We're listening.
Please, can I speak now?
Yes, please go ahead.
It's a question I just want to ask. And the question is about, relationship with a certain guy, and he's been there for 2 years now. And due to job situation, he has been transferred to Kumasi. And when he was here, we were planning for our marriage. We are planning to get married. But since he left to Kumasi, the attitude has changed. He don't call. Even if I call him, he don't pick. Even about a week, he didn't even speak to me for a week. And later, if I call him, he will tell me that, I love you, I like you, I did this, like, I don't understand, I'm disturbed, so I don't know if I'm married like this, either I should enter or not. That's my problem.
Right. No, they're not married yet. Okay. Ruby, keep watching. Well, I'm going to let the counselors attend to your concern. Let me take this call from Edumcrom. Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Joe, let's hear you. Good afternoon. Can you turn down the volume on your TV set?
Yes. I happen to be a married man, and I wouldn't hide the fact that I have cheated seriously. But,
you have cheated. You have cheated seriously, you say?
Yes, it has to do with the ladies. I mean, the moment you have grip of them and you get married to them, the character changes.
But is that justification for you to cheat, do you think?
It is not really so. I mean, that isn't the justification, but it opens the door for cheating. It does open the door for cheating. So, I mean, their character changes, their mood changes. They feel they are now the boss.
So let me ask you, Joe, this. Have you stopped cheating or are you still cheating?
I have stopped cheating.
You have stopped. Is there any specific question you want our counselors to help you with?
Yeah, particularly to the counselor. I mean, she rightly said ladies do cheat, but they do it in hiding. I mean, what are some of the things that we guys should be looking up to when we want to see our wives or our partners cheat, especially on the aspect of the ladies?
Okay, she said that, but I'll let her touch on it once again. So 2 things here. Let me start. He's saying that he's cheated, but he stopped at the moment. But he thinks that it's because of the way his wife's attitude, character, everything, the way she dresses, everything seemed to have changed, and that's why he wants to find out, how do you know if your wife is cheating as well? And then the previous lady who called said that the husband or the fiance was in Accra, but is now gone to Kumasi. But it seems that his attitude has changed. She doesn't know whether she should proceed with their marriage plans. Or
I have said this before. Marriage is a choice. it is perhaps, apart from the fact that you are born again as a Christian, the next most important decision every human being would make, having a partner for the rest of your life. It is not small decision at all. The truth is that there are quite a number of decisions that we think, choices we have no control over. But this one of a marriage, you certainly have a huge control over. Don't make choices based on very, very unnecessary things. What are you looking for in a husband? And these questions must be asked. I have counseled over 300 couples, perhaps I've lost count. There is this one question I ask. One, among the 300 and over couples, I'm not sure I can talk about 20 who have really been able to answer the question, why marriage? Why do you want to marry? And I've still not had over 20 who have been able to answer that question. Until you're able to answer the why question well, you don't start.
So what does she do now?
For her, she's not in the union now. Perhaps she must travel to Kumasi, sit down and talk to the young man. What's up? What is happening? And then the answers would determine whether they should go on or not. But for now, I believe that whatever stage
and when she goes, what should she be looking out for?
She should be looking out for nothing. She should go with an open mind.
Okay.
She should go with an open mind and begin to ask the questions. The answers would come. If he's cheating, she's a woman. She will find out soonest.
She'll find out. Well, I hope you really find out. Please do.
We spoke about signs.
Yes, so I was going to come to you to find out.
Talking
These are some of the signs, actually.
These are some of the signs. This should just tell you that the gentleman has gotten somebody in Kumasi.
You will not agree with that.
I will. Sometimes.
No, because, I mean, for like a year, you are calling.
No, not that she doesn't. He called, but I mean, like, when she complains, he says, yeah, but you know I love you. I mean, it's like something he's taking for granted.
It's straightforward. I think that the lady should just understand that the gentleman...
the men. So, yes.
Oh my God.
She should be on her way.
Oh my God. But I think that it's also, we have to also be,
not break
her heart.
I agree that it will not be bad for her to go to Kumasi, to find out what is happening. But if you are going to Kumasi, are you informing him that you are coming to Kumasi? If he tells you that don't come, I'm busy, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Those are the issues at play. So once you notice the signs, it should just inform you to be able to think through and know what next line of action to take.
Okay, well, what I'll tell you is that, I've forgotten your name, but what I'll tell you is that just hold your hearts, right? Hold your hearts whilst both panelists here think that you should go to Kumasi.
Women should learn to hold their hearts seriously in relationships.
Right. You should go to Kumasi to find out. But if you tell him, like Reverend Frimpong is saying, that I'm coming, and he says I'm busy, what do you do?
Yes.
I think hold your heart.
Yes.
Hold your heart. Be ready for anything. Ali Bukari from Wa. Ali.
Thank you. Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yes, I agree entirely with the two counselors, the lady and the gentleman, that there should be enough communication between the man and the woman. Because communication is so important that if you miscommunicate, one may be successful to cheat. Now, if, for example, the story you read about a woman who is supposed to have a gynecologist touch a nerve that turned her on.
Yeah.
Why is it that the lady could not tell the husband that this is what you do that makes me happy? Again, if the man knows that they encourage communication. To the extent that you are friends, you are supposed to be the one that, especially the man, you are supposed to be the one that should be entertaining the woman. At least you should encourage communication. Let him know that he is free to tell you what is it that will let her be happy.
Okay.
Because you are not supposed to have her go out to seek happiness.
You think that it was a man's fault that the lady, got excited by the doctor?
Sorry?
You think it was a man's fault?
No, it is the man's fault. The lady said she has never felt that sense of happiness before.
Okay.
Now, it ought to be the case that she should get that excitement from her husband.
Right.
I suspect that there hasn't been serious communication between the two.
Right. Bukari, thank you very Thank you very much for your call. Kojo from Ho. Hello, Kojo.
Gifty, this is Kojo from Ho.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, Gifty, would you big girl I need it? Would you big boy I need it?
What's your big girl?
Gifty, most of the guys are dumped in realizing that their wives or their girlfriends cheat.
They're dumb.
So I'm begging of you to stop interjecting your guests. Let them give the guys more tips so that we can find out what is happening. Else the issue will deteriorate too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Kojo, thank you very much. Okay, so okay, so please, what are the signs? I don't know how I interjected, but did you tell us all the signs that ought to prompt you that your partner is cheating? Because he says I've interjected, so
I think Osofo said it all. He said it all.
Okay, so
I mean, I look at why people cheat. Apart from the signs, why would you want to cheat?
Why?
I mean, why? What is the reason behind?
well, you mentioned that breakdown in communication in the friendship.
Immaturity. I mean, character deficiency. I mean, there are so many reasons why people would want to cheat.
There are people who just want to cheat, no matter what you do.
But does it strike you as interesting, though, that a lot, those who are calling, just a few women are calling. It seems that a lot more men are calling.
But you see, Gifty, this is the truth about this. In recent time, when I hear about all of these things, I wonder. Growing up, I grew up in a family where my father that I lived with was a Jantuahene kind of I don't know how to kind of, and this is what he was doing. And growing up as a little 6-year-old, I would be seated somewhere, and he would be deputizing over these issues. This cheating thing has been. It is just that in today's world, there is a lot of plurality of everything. The media is there. Yeah. It has always been. The truth is that the women have been cheating, the men too have been cheating, but society accepts the men cheating. They frown on women cheating. It's a socialization. You see, and so that's about it. And when the men cheat and they are caught, so to speak, they give the woman 1 cloth and 6 eggs. When the woman is caught, she is usually sent out of the home. You know, men and territory, yeah.
Okay, John is calling from. Is it Tuna? John, let's hear you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead.
Yeah, please. I think why some of these things happen is just because sometimes some women, if men are cheating, sometimes it's because the behavior of some women. Some women, sometimes when you touch them, you know that I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. They give a lot of complaint, a whole lot of complaint. So sometimes to be able to control yourself on all these things, when you become angry over some of these things, you tend to rather look at somebody who approach you outside.
John, have you done so before?
Hello?
Have you done that before?
No, but sometimes the behavior, when you are with a friend, even, hello?
Yes, John.
Yeah. I said that. So when a woman behaves that way, you tend to look at the outsider who handle you in a more respectful way. You think that he can handle the matter better. Okay. That's why sometimes men move out for the family to go out to cheat on their women.
John.
But I don't think that is the right thing. Sometimes you do all your best to keep the woman intact, but the woman is staying away from you.
Okay, John, thank you very much for your call. Ike from Ho. Ike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Please go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ike.
Yeah. Mister, I want to contribute to the program.
Go ahead,
this whole cheating issue is about the women. You know, women are never satisfied. You know, my sister, women are never satisfied. So when they are at a place, they will be looking at another place else. So they are cause of all this thing. When assuming you give 1 city to a woman, she will not be satisfied looking for another one. You have to go for this one and be adding.
Ike, are you married?
So, we need to advise our ladies, to be satisfied with the lady that the guy or the husband will give to you.
Okay. Ike, are you married?
Is that?
Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
Have you cheated on your wife before?
Yeah, I take care of my wife.
No, I mean, have you cheated?
Sometimes before a man
it's a yes or no.
Of the woman.
It's a yes or no. Ike, have you cheated? Have you cheated on your wife?
Okay, I may say yes, but it's because of the behavior of the woman.
Ike, I hope you're not cheating anymore.
No, I'm not cheating anymore. I've educated her and she has changed it, and I think the life is going on. So, sometimes you have to give more education, and when they try to cheat, then, you educate them.
Okay, Ike, thank you. Thank you, Ike. Thank you, Ike. Thank you very much. Prince Charles from STC Barrier Castle. Prince.
Hi.
Have you cheated?
I wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't say no. But
okay, you have to stand somewhere. Where are you standing now?
I'm at home.
No, you have to stand somewhere on the matter. You have either cheated or never cheated.
I wouldn't, as I said, I wouldn't say yes, I wouldn't say no. Yes, I could say that some of the reasons why some guys cheat are very numerous. For example, you met a very beautiful lady outside, you married at home. For some church issue or whatever, her dressing at home changes entirely. She doesn't look attractive to you anymore. You talk to her, she doesn't want to change. You go out and you definitely something might happen. You might see somebody who remind you of what you saw in your wife before you married her.
Let me ask you a question. This is a very cliche example that a lot of men give. But let me ask you a very quick question. Will you be happy if your wife said, "I married you and you no longer do the things you used to do, so I'm also going to cheat"?
I wouldn't be happy. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy.
So why do you keep blaming women for that?
Pardon?
Why do you keep blaming women for cheating based on that?
It's just one of the reasons, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't encourage a man to cheat based on that, but it's one of the reasons. One of the things I also want to say has to do with the pregnant woman who allowed a gynecologist to sleep with her. I wouldn't blame the husband.
Okay.
What at all do gynecologists do to pregnant women? What at all? What at all did gynecologists? Let's analyze this issue. What at all do gynecologists do that the husband can do? Is it the examination of the private part or what? What at all? You guys should analyze that particular. It's not the husband who has done something wrong. I believe the woman has a problem.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I believe the woman has a problem. Look, you can speak to a gynecologist. What at all do they do to women, especially pregnant women, that will turn her on so much so that she will feel for him and call him to come and make love to her?
I'll ask Mama Teresa here. I'm sure she's had a number of kids, and she's gone to the gynecologist. So keep watching for the answer. What at all do gynecologists do? I've never seen a gynecologist in my life.
Okay. They examine women. So they
tend to play
doctors,
with your...
depending on which part of your body needs help, they help. But they work on women, basically. So they have the right to touch every part of you.
Okay, so it's possible that what she's saying is true.
Yes, it's possible.
It's also possible that she herself has her own issues.
There are too many things put together in this whole marriage thing, in this whole person thing. And sometimes somebody touches you in a particular way. You know what these hands are for? These hands are not just for eating and slapping people. There are 12 beautiful receptacles in these hands, fingers, and they do great works. There's a husband who has never touched his wife before, apart from when pastor said that now you may kiss the bride. Apart from that, you see, women crave for too many things, but seriously, the man might have touched the cord. They might have touched the cord. You see, when men say that women sometimes I am tempted to ask, do men love something else? You see, I keep saying this, I may be wrong, but apart from God, I think the next most strongest thing in this life is money. Now come through scriptures. The Bible says that no man can have two masters. He may love one and hate the other. Then he said nobody can love God. I was expecting that the next thing would be the love there. But he said nobody can love God and mammon, who is the spirit of money. My dear, Bible said that God is a defense, money is a defense. Nobody should throw that away. All of us as human beings, it is a currency of exchange here in this life. Okay. And apart from that, so women certainly want security. For a woman, it's not about money. It is about financial security. Men, stop saying that.
Stop saying that. And like I'm saying, it's quite cliche to say that, yeah, I did that because of the way she is. We have to wrap up this conversation, unfortunately. I hope that some of you have been helped. It seems I have one last caller, Seth Kofi from Bogoso. Seth, let's wrap up with you. Hello, talk to us.
I'm about to get married, but once, about some months ago, I cheated on my fiancé. Okay. And he got to know it.
Wrong
So
foundation.
I think she said she's not.
So what you have done, Pastor says, is fornication.
It's a wrong foundation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Many of us are
Yeah.
marrying on
So
the
she
wrong
said
foundation.
she's no more interested in the marriage because of what I did. And to be frank, I have regretted. So I had wanted to speak to the Reverend Frimpong so that he would help me get the.
Go and beg him.
Okay, well, I'm going to let Reverend Frimpong respond to you since you're requesting. Yeah. So, Reverend.
I think that we are speaking from the perspective of being Christians, and God's word is the standard for our living. You know, the Bible says that marriage is honorable, and the marriage bed must be kept undefiled. It's a straightforward instruction. It doesn't matter the opinion out there. God's word is the rule for our lives. I mean, and for Seth, our friend who just called.
Well, what does he do now?
Basically, I think that you've apologized to the lady. She feels that you've done the wrong thing.
Yeah.
The foundation is wrong. Trust is broken.
Absolutely.
You need time to be able to restore trust back.
But she doesn't want to marry him anymore.
No, if she doesn't want to, then the gentleman should also move on, because you can't force her to marry you.
Oh, Seth, I
sometimes
really
I want to tell the truth, sister. You have not even.
Please make that your final words. I need to wrap up.
But seriously, forth and back, I strongly believe that from where we are coming from as Ghanaians and Africans, for the woman, there is something you hold dear. It is your person. If your woman allows anybody to sleep with her apart from her husband, seriously, it is like opening your door for an armed robber to come and steal from you.
Really?
Absolutely.
Reverend,
so don't do it. This is just wrong.
Reverend Frimpong.
Well, finally, marriage is beautiful. Marriage is God's idea, is God's intention, and God has prescribed the rules of marriage in His Word. Let's get to the Word. Let's stay with the Word, and let's live our marriage based on the Word of God.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a very strict one, but well, that's the truth. That's the truth. I think that along the line, maybe we would have the chance to talk a bit more generally, maybe about relationships going forward. And I would have loved for us to speak about what to do when you know that your spouse is cheating. But unfortunately, we don't have time. Perhaps. Do we have some time? It seems okay. We don't have time. But yeah, Gary asked me. No, I've been here with Mama Teresa. She's a marriage counselor. Also here with me is Reverend Kojo Frimpong. You should listen to him every weekday from 1:30 to 4. You just love prayer. You just love prayer. Reverend, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so
Mom, thank you very much for coming as well. And I wish you all great marriages without cheating, on that cliche. Race for Hearts, the season of hearts is on Joy Prime. Take care of your heart for that special person. Joy Prime, with support from the National Cardiothoracic Center, Islamic Medical Association of Ghana, and the Ghana Health Service presents Race for Hearts. All they're asking for you to do is to be at the University of Ghana, Legon, tomorrow at 4:30 to participate in a heart screening and a health walk within the Legon campus. 4:30 tomorrow at the University of Ghana. Gary Smith is standing by. We've stolen some of his time, but he's standing by with sports. Please stay.